Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Kayak Talk. Today is going to be a very short video and we are going to talk about high angle versus low angle paddling. Now, this is dependent on the pedal blade shape, but also the technique that you use. So mostly for long tours and my daily trips, I am a low angle paddler. So if you watch me paddle now, you will see that I'm not lifting my hands up too much and my elbows stay relatively close to my kayak. And this is a low angle stroke. So the hands are more or less the chest level and the elbows do not lift up too much. And my paddle, Aquabounce Tetra Ultralight, is a low angle blade shape. So if you look at the blade, you see that it is kind of thin and it is not fat and short. So this is how a low angle paddle looks like. Sometimes the blade shape can be even thinner than this, but the Aquabounce Tetra Ultralight is quite a versatile actually paddle. You can use it with a high angle stroke as well. Now let's talk about the high angle stroke. Now I'm gonna change from low angle to a high angle stroke. So as you see, my stroke and the blade angle becomes vertical and my hands are actually pushing forward from the top. So imagine that the shaft is going more vertical into the water. That way you are paddling closer to your kayak, and there are a couple of advantages of this. So you can actually have a better performance. So that's what you see sprinters use. They do not use low angle strokes, they use high angle, sprint style strokes. And because when you're doing a low angle stroke, it is almost, you can imagine it like a sweeping stroke. So the paddle shaft stays in a 45-degree angle parallel to your kayak in a way, but the high angle stroke goes vertical. The angle is not 90 degrees obviously, but it is very much different and it is close to your kayak. So if you have a short kayak and you have a long paddle and you are doing a low angle stroke, it might cause a couple of things. Okay, since it is like a sweeping stroke, as I said, and your kayak doesn't have a keel or rudder, it might push your kayak around much, quite a lot actually. Or if you have an inflatable kayak, you will feel that when you do low angle stroke, again the kayak will be pushed around a lot. So sometimes to adjust that, you can just lift up your elbows and just use a high angle stroke. Also, when you want to sprint, you just go, and it is always better. You're gonna be able to put more power into your stroke. Now, there is no right or wrong, obviously, style. These are just different styles and they all have different purposes. For long days on the sea, as I said, you just use a low angle stroke, because each time you go for the high angle style, you are just lifting up that arm that much more. So imagine how many strokes you do in a trip and you are lifting that much weight actually to manage this stroke. So it becomes tiring. So this is it. As I said, this was gonna be a short one. If you have any questions, please let me know. And as always, I will be happy to answer your questions in the comment section down below. Happy paddling, take care.